Good morning, dear students. In the last class, we have discussed about the other types of costs and some other topics related to the cost. And in that class, we have successfully completed the third chapter, that is production and cost. Well, today we go through with the new chapter, that is the theory of a firm under perfect computation. Chapter number 4. Well, so this is what the chapter we are going to deal today. The theory of the firm under perfect computation. So usually economics not only deals with the problematic part or diagrams, along with that it also consists of theoretical aspects or theoretical concepts. Well, so as we have to study some of the theoretical concepts, so we need to make some unrealistic assumptions. So unrealistic assumptions which may not be in the real. So take for example, while discussing the law of demand, what we have defined that? So change in the price that leads to change in the quantity demand, which means increase in the price leads to decrease in the quantity demand, and decrease in the price leads to increase in the quantity demand. And we have assumed that other things remain constant. Other things means what? Either it may be income, or it may be taste and preference, or it may be price of the related product. So these are going to assume as constant, but in fact in the reality these are not going to be constant here. So that is what unrealistic assumption that we have to do. So like that in theoretical concepts of economics we have already assumed so many different assumptions. Okay, so like that here also in case of this perfect computation, the theory of perfect computation usually not exists, and this is only for the theoretical understanding. But here what actually we are doing the assumptions one by one we will discuss when we come with the theory of perfect computation. Well, so here we have to understand in this chapter how a firm under perfect computation market that produces different commodities and how much of quantity that it produces and for whom it is going to sell and for what price it is going to sell, like that in detail we are going to study into this chapter. And the main importance, each and every firm tries to maximize the profit, and that how much profit it tries to earn, and that is how we will see in this chapter. Well, so before going to understand what is this perfect computation market, we have to understand what is the meaning of market. So what actually we call it market as. So here market can be defined in two terminologies. One, that is old methodology or traditional method, and the present one updated or modern method. That is how market has got its own significance. So let us see what is the meaning of market in the traditional approach or traditional method. Well, so this is what marketing traditional method. So for what we actually used to call as a market in that traditional approach. So traditional approach, which means if we go with previously olden days as a classical economics, neoclassical economics, how they used to call market as. So they used to define it as a particular place. So how they used to define this as? They used to define market is the particular place where buyers and sellers come together and meet each other, and where they used to buy and sell different goods and services for their mutual benefits. So this is how they have particularly mentioned that is the place. So this is how I write here. Market is a place where both buyers and sellers, together, come together and come together to buy and sell the commodity is for their mutual benefits. This is very important. For their mutual benefits. For their mutual benefits. Just here, market is a place. Market is particularly said that it is a place where both buyers and sellers come together. They have to meet each other. For what purpose? That to deal with a commodity. Deal with a commodity which indicate buy and sell of this commodity for the mutual benefit. For the mutual benefit means what? The buyer who buys, he gets the good. Okay? In the same way, seller who sells, he gets the money or price. So here this is a mutual benefit. For a buyer, he gets a commodity or the good. For the seller, he gets the money or the price. So this is how these have a mutual understanding, mutual benefits. One may get the good, other may get a price or the money. This is how for their mutual benefits they used to come together in a particular place that they used to deal with the commodity. This is called market in the old or traditional method. Well, how you define in case of modern method? So modern economists have defined this in a different way. Literally, they have changed this word place with some more different concepts here. That is how we are going to define. So in case of modern method, market in modern method. In modern method, how do you define? So market can be defined in the modern method as market may not necessarily be a place. See, this is how they are defined. Market may not be a market may not necessarily be a place. If we cannot call it as exactly a place, then what actually we are going to call it as? Necessarily be a place. It's just an arrangement. It's just an arrangement where both buyers and sellers, come in contact. Not they are meeting each other here, just coming in contact. Come in contact either directly or indirectly. Either directly or indirectly to buy and sell the commodity for their mutual benefits. See, this is how the market meaning entirely changes coming to the modern method. So modern economists have defined it differently compared to the old or traditional method. So in the traditional they have highlighted mainly at the place, whereas in case of modern method they have not given a chance to express mainly on place. Why? Because at present situation we are seeing that many of the people who are engaged in the kind of market, but not usually they come together to meet each other. What actually they do? They usually work with the online marketing. So online marketing at present situation has grabbed the place the name called place. Okay, so because of that reason, we are going to say it not necessarily be a place. Look at this, the meaning here. Market may not necessarily be a place. We don't say that market itself is a place. No, so not so. So not necessarily a place. What it actually then? It's just an arrangement. It's just an arrangement where both buyers and sellers come in contact. See again, here they're not necessarily to come to meet each other. Just if they come in contact, either it may be directly or indirectly. See, this is again highlighted here. Directly or indirectly. Directly, which means they may come together to meet each other and then they can deal with the commodity. Or indirectly, which means online. So online, what do you do with? So that is how you either so many different online websites are there, apps are there. Through that, either maybe Flipkart, okay, Amazon. So many of different things are there. Club Factory, Mindra, like that. So many online apps are there. Through that. In that case, no need to directly meet the that is what seller, right? So just go through with these apps and you can purchase the commodities through online. Where the commodities they will come directly to the buyer. So that is how here either they may come directly or indirectly, and that they deal with the commodity, buy and sell the commodities again for their mutual benefit. Whatever they deal with the commodity, that is for their mutual benefit. So this is how modern economists have defined the meaning of marketing. Okay, this is the market. Hope you clear? In the both approach, modern method or modern approach, and this is the first one, that is traditional or old approach. Well, this is how we are going to understand the meaning. Well, let us come to the next one. That what are the different essential things to be there in the market, if you want to call it as a market? Well, we will discuss now about for what actually we are going to call as a market. What are the important things to be there? What are the existence will be there in the market, so that we can accept it as a market. So essentials of a market. So next we are going with essentials of a market. If you want to call it as a market, then what are the different essentials you need so that we can accept it as a market? So first one in that we can say that, so if you want to call it as a market, what actually you need of? Very important thing, that is a commodity. Without commodity we can't say that for what purpose we actually went in that market. So we went in the market either to buy or sell that commodity. So the commodity is very important. So the first one essential here, commodity, which is dealt with. The commodity which is dealt with. Commodity either it may be service or it may be a good, whichever it may be, which has taken for the dealing. Dealing in the sense, one has to come for the selling, other one has to come for the buying. So the commodity must be prescribed. The commodity must be there in the market, so we can accept it as a market. Okay. So commodity may be, as I already mentioned, it may be a service or it may be a good. Whatever it may be, in these two, one must be observed. Minimum we need of any one of these two. That is, either there may be a service or it may be a commodity or good that must be existed, so that we can accept it as a market. Well, so this is very important. Without the commodity, no buyers and sellers do with nothing. So for that reason, here very important, the commodity must be given, or we must go for the commodity. After the first one, commodity, next one, existence of both buyers and sellers. The second one, essence of this market is existence of both buyers and sellers. Buyers must be there for buying, sellers must be there for selling. So for that reason, these are very important. As we say, the commodity which is called as the central concept of the market. So we will start with the product only, market in the market. In the same way, to buy and sell of that that product or commodity, buyers and sellers are very important. So for that reason, after the product, after the commodity, the next one, buyers and sellers must be existed in the market so that we can accept it as a market. So if you want to call it as a market, commodity must be there and buyers and sellers also be there. This is the second one. The third one, that is how we will say, it may be either, that is what existence of price for a commodity. Existence of a price for a commodity. So whatever product that buyers and sellers they are going to purchase and sell, for what they have to actually deal with, they go with the price or the value of a product. So if there is no price, there is no value for the product, so no one just go for selling and no one just go for buying. So there must be a price for a commodity so that these buyers and sellers decide what price to buy and at what price to sell. So this is how price must be there in the market. Whatever it may be, either it may be any price decided by the seller or any price decided by the buyer. Mutually they will come with an that is what agreement, or they will come with one understanding, then they are going to accept the price. Okay, so what the price is there for the commodity in the market, that is very important. Okay, this is third. The fourth one and the last one, that is place or arrangement for a commodity. See, this is as I already told, it may be a place, market must be sometimes consist of place, or it may be an arrangement. So olden days, or even sometimes in case of local markets, whatever we go with, so either to purchase of vegetables or to purchase fruits, flowers and some of groceries and all, so we need to go with the place only, right? People will, they have to go to that particular place, then they have to purchase these things here. And this is one way. Other way, that in case of purchase of different cosmetics or related to electronic gadgets, that's what cloth materials and so many of other things, if you want to purchase, then nowadays we have been given a chance to go with the online materials. So in that case, it not be necessarily a place, it is just an arrangement. So sometime market can accept as a place, or sometime it can be a arrangement. So these are the four different essentials which means where without these we cannot accept them as a market. If you want to call it as a market, there must be a commodity and there must be a buyers and sellers and the price must be there, and lastly there must be a place or an arrangement must exist. So all these four say that is the existence of market. Well, so this is about the essentials of market. Well, so other topic that related to this, we will discuss about the firm, how the firm is different from industry, and the differentiation between firm and industry, and further topics we will discuss in the next class. Until, stay at home, be safe. Thank you.